What do you call this show again? It's been a while.
The Chris&Christoff show.
The Christoff and Chris show?
Chris&Christoff. It's on the title, buddy. And it's on the title card I'm going to make. Just to make sure I'm correct.
And then episode 4.5, right? Or 5?
5.
Hey, this is Christoff with the Christoff and Chris show. Welcome to episode 5. This is Christoff with the Chris&Christoff show, and this is episode 5. Welcome back. Sorry it's taken so long. It's been a long journey. Dealt with a lot of stuff, both of us, over the last 2 to 3 months. And we're ready to be back, though. We're going to be consistent. We're going to be better than ever. We're going to be the John Cena of podcast. Marky Mark. We're going to be like them. We're going to have our plans together. We're going to get up early in the morning. We're going to shit excellence, and we're going to be going on this. You ready for episode 5, Chris? The episode where we talk about how we became friends and the memories that we have had, because I potentially might die of the coronavirus. Chris, I think, is all right. He's essential to the workforce right now, so I don't think he's as likely to die. That's what I'm getting out of this.
So how are you gonna... Are you not working right now? Are you not deemed essential?
No, I'm deemed essential. I just think that I'm more likely to pass.
But you're not sick with it. Are you gonna actually go and get sick? Because I wouldn't recommend.
I've thought about it.
It's probably not smart.
But then we wouldn't have episode 6. So I mean,
it would basically be me crying.
Can I get? I know that, bud. I know that. Can I get my shirt back on now? Like, do we go over with our guests what just happened?
Well, it involved some dancing and you getting overly excited and then stripping.
I'm like a dog in heat, a freak without warning, an appetite for sex, cause me so horny. I'm sorry, Chris. Okay. This quarantine's got me going crazy, man.
I can tell. I can definitely tell it's got you going crazy.
Yeah, I got my clothes back on, but yeah, this quarantine thing's really, really making my life. You know, when you have an appetite for sex, cause me so horny, it just really puts an on you.
Sure. Yeah, totally.
Not saying I'd fill that appetite at all, but at least I'd feel like I have a better chance, you know? I'm not like, hey, bitch, come over to my house. I got some toilet paper. Let's get this going, right? Some Hulu and chill, or... Why did Hulu never... Why is it... Chris, can I ask you a question right now?
Of course you can, buddy. That's why we're here.
I always wondered, why did they never make it like... They made it Netflix and chill. Hulu's gotta be pissed off about that. I would feel pissed off even if I was Amazon. I'd be like, why couldn't it be Amazon Prime and chill, huh? We're not good enough?
No, they've got rhymes for Hulu, Amazon, the whole 9 yards.
What is it? Hulu and...
I'd have to look it up. I've seen it before, but I can't remember.
Can you look that up as our editor? I need to know this, and... You're the brains of this operation.
I don't want to brag, Chris, but that's fairly obvious.
Chris, as we get into this episode, like I said, we're going to be talking about how we met each other, but what have you been doing over the last 2 months? Like, what caused this to kind of go kit and caboodle out at the window, you know?
Kit and caboodle out the window?
Yeah.
That's a way of saying it.
Yeah.
Well, it started with my shoulder getting screwed up and possibly needing surgery, which I'm fairly certain is going to happen. I see the doc on Thursday. Yeah. So this week I see the surgeon to discuss the results of the MRI, but the radiologist told me that he mentioned it was a tear. That
I always told you that you should always use the other one every once in a while and act like it's a stranger, and it's very obvious that you didn't take my rule number 1 of masturbating.
I knew that's where you were going.
So hard. And it just shows now. I mean, good job, Chris. Good job. See what happens now? You're probably like at least gonna be out $1,000 or 15, depending on your copay. Who knows? I mean,
No, it's covered under L&I, buddy.
masturbating is covered under L&I. You really fucking fooled them. Oh my gosh. Great job.
I mean,
Great job.
I wish that was the case, but no. Just doing my job, and then it decides to, hurt a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, so that went on. What else has been happening? Obviously, talking to you, you've got you're going to get a new apartment here soon.
Yes, moving closer to work, because currently 90 minutes one way. It's expensive. It's about $500 a month just to get to and from work. So that that adds up real quick. So need to cut that down, but I have to wait for my current lease to be up, which is up in the end of May. So thankfully, when that's said and done, I'll be able to get out there. But then with my shoulder being the way it is, I'll have to recruit people to help me, which is torture for me because I don't want to be just standing there being the delegator. I hate that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I wish I could come back, but you're kind of in the hub of a zombie apocalypse. So.
I wish it was a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Not the people who don't know how to wash their hands and panic buy toilet paper.
Yeah, isn't it weird that basic hygiene is the issue here, and then everybody goes and gets like a shitload of toilet paper and cleaning stuff?
My favorite joke for that is that they've confused it with the Taco Bell virus. It's not the Taco Bell virus. If it was that, then you would need that much toilet paper.
I gotta tell you, I love Taco Bell.
But it destroys my stomach sometimes to where it's just you're questioning your whole existence while you're on the crapper, and you're wondering, it's bad. It's bad. So, but otherwise, just working and sleeping, and our schedules haven't quite meshed with being able to do this. So,
Also,
what about you, buddy?
I don't want to bring a sore subject up, but our audience, needing to know about us and stuff. Obviously, if you need to take a break, obviously, Chris's puppers passed away, and he kind of went into a little bit of a funk there. I got a little bit scared for him. I was talking to him every day on the phone, pretty much, and I thought for sure that I might have to get into like some cosplay type stuff and come there dressed as a dog to make him. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't spend my time doing that then.
That would. No, trust me, that would. I would laugh for sure. I would laugh, but it wouldn't have helped. Yeah, she was my girl. She my boo. So.
I could have dressed as a female dog. I could have been a bitch.
So just wear your regular clothes.
Low blow, but due to the subject we're on, thank you.
Oh, I'm not even sorry about that one. Oh, that was good. That was.
Good one, Chris. Good one. Okay.
That's a second self 5. That was great. I'm myself grateful for that one. That was
you
good.
Actually have viewership. I'm waiting for them to see that part and be like, "Ha! You hear what Chris said to Christoff at part blah blah blah?" And be like,
I'm sure that it won't be as funny to anyone else as it was to me, but I don't care because that was gold to me.
Yeah,
that was cool. I liked it.
Anyways.
Low blow. I approve of that low blow.
That's a good one. That's a fucking good one.
I almost couldn't even make it through the joke. I almost couldn't. I almost stopped. I got the last word out. I was like, okay, that's too great. Oh god, that's great. That was a one.
Okay, back to seriousness. Okay, come on.
Oh, please. Sirius left when we were born.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Okay.
that's great.
Anyways, you asked what I was up to?
Yes, what were you up to, buddy?
So, I went to a shaman, right?
I hear some chewing in the background.
So, I went to a shaman, right? And he said, the only way you can find your inner spirit is if you cleanse yourself in the water of Lake Minnetonka. And I was like, whoa, that sounds like a Prince quote. And he was like, no, you should do it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna listen to you. It's fucking May and I'm living in Minnesota, right? And I was like, no, I'm not gonna get cleansed by a shaman. So yeah, just not really up to anything. I just said fuck you to the shaman guy, and then I went and just relaxed. And then this whole coronavirus thing happened, right?
Yeah.
And so, do you think that was fake? Or do you think I was lying just now? Was that real or fake? The shaman story.
That was 100% real.
Thank you. It was actually fake. I'm glad to see I can lie pretty well. No. So, I bought a young puppy at this humane society, Mr. Peter Barker. Peter, come here, bud. Come on. He doesn't listen. He's just like me. He doesn't listen. Hey, Peter, come here, bud.
Yes, look at him.
This is Peter. This is Peter. He hates it. Calm the fuck down. Hey, so this is Peter. He's camera shy. He's so camera shy, Chris.
He is a puppy. He just wants to run.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let him back down. There you go. And then I ended up, I redid my closet. So I've been doing some DIY projects, and then I redid the carpet, my laminate flooring. I've been bored without doing podcasting. My other podcast, Minnesota Entourage, has been down now for like 3 months because of pregnancies. Like, people need to stop knocking up other people. I'm so glad I never knocked you up, Chris.
I'm glad too, because there'd be a lot of questions involved in that.
Yeah, I know.
The virgin coitus, and then other obvious questions. Being a dude is one thing, and then those two main things are definitely would be the biggest hurdles to overcome. Yeah.
I think Peter was trying to hide his bone just now. That was pretty funny again. He hid the last one.
He's just a crafty little boy.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm glad I never got you pregnant. So then I did like flooring. Yeah, it's just been pretty bad for me actually. Like, I don't know what to do. I'm bored. Even though I'm essential still. So yeah.
I mean, I'm essential, but I can't really do much. So I'm on light duty.
Yeah.
So.
Chris, do you want to start off story time? This is called story time with the Chris and Christoff show.
I can, if you would like.
Yeah, you start off story time.
Okay.
Do you hear that in the background?
Yes, very clear.
I think he thinks he can rip into the floor to hide his bone. Yeah, he can. He's kind of like me. I think we're blood related somehow.
There'd be some questions involved in that, buddy. Or it's more the fact that he's a puppy.
Are you saying I'm childish right now?
I've said that for years, not just now.
Yeah, you probably.
Don't
Peter. Hey, jackass! I'm trying to do a podcast here. Stop trying to hide your bone. Hey, okay, go on, Chris. Sorry. Oh God, you're so funny.
Well, the year was 1492. Back then, it was a dark time, mostly because we didn't really have much light. Then I woke
love
up.
your story time. I love your story time. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Big. And then I woke up from the drug-induced haze and realized that I wasn't in 1492, and also I don't do drugs, so I was very confused. I probably just took a nappy nap in the middle of the day, and yeah, got a sugar overload and just passed out. Happened a lot. Grandma, she loved to feed me, which was awesome. So it was like my senior year or my junior year. I can't remember. It's one or the other. Either way, Christoff was a year below me and we were in CAD, and in that class it was very, very easy. That didn't have to do a whole lot. And then the teacher was out for...
Wait.
Oh, what's the teacher out?
He left for the whole year, dude.
I think he was only there for like the first few months, and then he was gone for like the rest of the year, I think. What's Parker doing?
I don't know. Like, he like hit the bone, but now he like wants it, and he like swayed away from it for a while. Like he like jumped back, acting like he was like something was coming towards him, even though he was just like looking at the bone. He just keeps on trying. I'm scared he's gonna go into the neighbor's house here soon. Yes. Oh, you're so
now
cute.
the recording started.
Yeah, look at him though. He's so cute, everybody. Oh my gosh, Chris, look. Oh god. Sorry, I get off subject sometimes. Okay, we're back on the show. Okay. Yeah, so wasn't it Mr. Bergstrom, I think it was?
I think so. That sounds right.
We use names like that? I don't think I can name drop. That might be licensing. Oh, shit. Fuck. Mr. Big Penis.
That'd be even more disturbing using that. Were you looking? Were you like, what went on after class that I wasn't privy to?
I got an A in that class, but for no reason, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, for no reason. No reason at all.
Do you hear that right now? It sounds like Chinese factories are running in the background right now.
Sounds like factories in general.
Yeah, no, Chinese ones.
Basically,
let's get
like
it right. It's coronavirus.
Can you hear this?
Hey, jackass! I know I'm trying to rip up the carpet later, but it would be nice if you don't do that. God, Jesus, fuck.
Just trying to help.
Chris, you know what it's like with the puppy? I mean, yeah, he did help actually ripping out the old carpet.
It was
pretty fun.
A puppy? Yes, I've had more dogs than you.
Yeah, but have you had this shithead back here? Jesus Christ.
No, because all dogs are different.
He's like on a whole new level. He's like a whole new level. He's like if a dog had Adderall. Hey, jackass. I haven't been feeding him Adderall, by the way. Everybody did. Hey, what do you think you're doing? So anyways, there was a certain girl with the initials AO in our class at that time. And she had a nice bodacious booty that we would look at every once in a while.
There was a lot of girls we would look at, dude.
No, but in that class. Initials AO.
Yeah, that... You realize that that's been almost a decade for me, right?
Yeah.
I can barely remember what I did last week. Nonetheless.
I remember every ass. I take pictures. Not of the asses, but mental pictures, I mean. So anyways, her ass was bodacious. And then I started sitting near you, because I think she left the class like halfway through, because we stayed in there a whole year.
Basically nothing.
Yeah, I don't know how we really became. Yeah, I don't really know how we became friends. I just know that. Yeah. So, anyways, your senior year, my junior year, and then I think we got each other's number to hang out at some point, or like just send pictures of certain stuff. I don't know, not the pictures of the booties, like mental pictures or anything, but the memes and stuff. But memes weren't big then. Anyways, go. Yeah, I think we didn't really talk for like a whole year after that.
Possibly.
Because I don't think we hung out that summer. Really where Chris's and I really where our connection came was at Olympic College.
I was only there for a quarter, because although the one class that
No,
I
we did hang out that summer actually. My senior year, definitely.
I know we hung out during your senior year here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I know we did that.
What was your favorite? What would you say, since we're talking about our time that we met and everything with our audience, what would you say was one of the craziest Christoff stories that you have? Or what's like the top three Christoff stories? And you already told, I think we already told the shit story on here, so that one's gone.
I don't think we did.
No, we did. I'm sure I talked about it.
That's pretty much the only one that I really focus on, because that was the most hilarious one.
Yeah, no, I think no, we definitely told that story.
Damn, if I'm out of that story, then I would say it's probably the one. Huh?
Go ahead.
The only one I can think of that would be crazy would be when you hurt your wrist when you jumped off the back of my car.
Not hurt my wrist. Go on.
Well, you hurt your arm somehow. Something to that extent. I just remember you were complaining about it. And I was, of course, freaking out because, well, I didn't want to get in trouble. And we were going to the casino, and you, for some reason, jumped on the back of the car. Because I had a CRV that had a tire on it, and you decided to jump on there. And I was like, okay, let's go. And I think you jumped off because I think you thought you saw a cop, or you saw a cop or something like that. And I didn't stop in time, so you had to jump off, and you like banged your arm. And it started to get swollen when we were at the casino. And finally, when we left, you got home, and then you were texting me the stories of dealing with that.
So the story of that, yeah. So,
I don't remember it that well, but I just remember the tidbits that I was like, "Durr!" and then freaking out that I would get in trouble. So you probably remember better.
This would have been my freshman year of college, I believe. It wouldn't have been senior. It would have been freshman year at OC when you were going there. And we would go hang out with. The funny part about this, the crazy part about this story is usually it would just be Chris and I going to the casino, but somehow this time we roped your cousin Kevin to come with us to the casino. He was like, fuck yeah, it's gonna be so much fun, blah, blah, blah. We end up going, and I'm up there, and I think I put like in $20 and like won $100 or something. Like I got free spins, like right near the end.
Was that the first night that you got like super lucky on the Star Wars?
No.
Okay.
No. And I ended up Chris had locked me out of his vehicle after all of us had gone to the Wells Fargo ATM, and he had locked me out of the vehicle. And I was like, fine then, fucker, I'm gonna jump on the back wheel. It's not that far. Keep in mind, like, this casino is probably still 10 miles away, and it's a 60-mile highway. But we're near Main Street. We're in a main street, and Chris starts to drive, and there's this stop sign, and I look up, and there's a fucking cop that's at the stop sign as he starts driving. So I end up jumping off. How fast do you think you're going? Like 30 probably? At least 30, 35.
I was not going that fast. Dude, the Wells Fargo, it's like 10 to 15 down that road. And I wasn't going that fast because the stop sign was right at the end, remember? So I just did a loop and I went down. Unless I went straight and took a right up the hill. But yeah, the stop sign isn't... There's no way I was going 30.
I just remember you took off at an excessive rate. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna jump off. And I ended up jumping off, and when I came down, I was surprised because I for sure thought my fucking knee was gonna snap, if anything. And so I'm like, okay, jumping off, and keep in mind, like, fucking Kevin's in there going, what the fuck are these guys up to? Because keep in mind, one of our fun things to do was you used to live in that Paulsville house, and you would do the fucking hills with me in the car with you, and we would be unbuckled and just fucking be bouncing all the fucking way around. And so anyways, I jump off, and my wrist just comes, when I came down, what took most of the pressure was my wrist, and I just went, and I was like, okay. I'm like, that kind of hurt. I'm like, Chris finally lets me in the vehicle and goes, what the fuck were you thinking? Even though he took off, of course.
I wasn't going that fast though, buddy.
You took off though. This is partially your fault, partially. And so anyways.
I'm not saying I'm totally innocent, but let me try to say I'm going like 40 miles an hour and you're like, I had to jump off in a daring escape. I was going like 5 to 10, okay? I was not going that fast.
Can you imagine if my mom would have heard? Yeah, Chris was driving with your son on the back of a fucking tire going 20 miles per hour.
Seems like a very Chris&Christoff thing to do. One of us does something inherently stupid, and the other one laughs maniacally and then heightens the stupidity, and then have some sort of, ooh, shit, we shouldn't have done that.
I think we went and got pizza like right afterwards too, or something.
Dude, I'm pretty sure we went to the casino. This was before we even went to the casino.
Yeah, I know. And so, anyways, we pull out cash, and then we go up to the casino.
Yeah.
And like,
after you're like,
I win like $100. I think I won like $100 or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna kind of help the swelling. But you know what? I think I'm just gonna take some ibuprofens when I get home. Turns out, like, I'm try to sleep through. Like, I'm trying to go to bed. I like take a shower when I get home. I test out if I can masturbate in the shower still, because it's my jerk off hand. It doesn't work out well. I'm just like, okay, this isn't good. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to go to bed. I'll pop a few ibuprofen, and then I'll just go to bed. I'll just go to bed and sleep it off. Like, probably an hour in, I'm just like, okay, this isn't good. Like, I start looking, bone's not in the right spot. I'm like, this isn't good. I'm like, Mom, I was like, I tripped on the seatbelt while getting out of the second row of Chris's car when we were at the casino tonight, and when I fell, I think I hurt my wrist a little bit. She's like, really? Oh my gosh, you're so clumsy. I'm like, yeah. So I think I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah, that's the only story other than the me laughing hysterically out of the concoction you made, which I still don't understand your thinking. And then the epic shits you were describing to me during the whole ordeal. Still don't understand that, but
The wrist one's pretty good.
It is.
So anyways, I'm like, after all that transpired, I think I was texting you when they put me on Vicodin. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I still love chicken tenders. But I told my mom, like, they fucking put me on so many pain meds. And I'm like, Mom, she's like, you need to go to bed when we get home. I'm like, Mom, I need something to eat. Like, I need some chicken tenders. And so we ended up stopping at Denny's, and I bought like chicken tenders with the money I won. And I'm just like, yeah, this is
fair,
right.
chicken tenders are amazing. So
yeah,
I don't blame you there, buddy.
They're good. They're good.
But
yeah, that's probably a second epic story of the Chris.
There is one more. There's one more. Do you remember the night when we were driving and it had been raining a lot, and like there was a puddle? There's just giant puddles everywhere.
That was gonna be my story for you. Do you want me to tell you the story? You want me to tell the story, or you?
I think I can tell the majority, and then if I miss anything, you can fill in the rest.
I'll put in my input.
So we would occasionally just do random drives at night and jam to Lonely Island, like the cool kids all did. And it had been raining for like a week straight, which isn't unheard of in Washington, but it had been downpouring a lot, and drainage wasn't really working that well. So there was giant puddles everywhere. And around the mall, when you turn and drive past it, there was this gigantic puddle. And in my CRV,
the Kitsap Mall, to be clear, if anybody knows Washington State. And it's like this small mall, and it had been raining. I think they said that month it had rained 27 out of 30 days. Like, most rain ever.
Pretty sure we beat that this year.
Yeah, probably. Anyways, go on.
And but yeah, so there was this giant puddle, and we were driving through it. I think I drove through it fairly quick at first, and then I slowed down because I didn't realize how deep it was. And Christoff opened the door, and the water was up just below the floor, to where you open it, you can just dip your hand out and you're touching the water. And we start driving away, and I remember you dared me to do it or something, or it was something to the extent that I was blaming you in some regard. And
okay, go on. I know that that's
yeah, you dared me or something, and I was like, all right, fine. Because I didn't think anything would happen. And I barreled through or into it, and as we were driving away, I started hearing weird sounds in the car. And it was kind of like the engine was yelling at me. And Christoff was like, no, it's fine, it's fine. And I kept yelling at him, going, I swear, if this car is broken, you are paying for it. All you have to do is go to the freaking casino and you'll win, since you're a lucky mofo. And yeah, that was another funny one, because I was yelling at you for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and you were yelling back in our usual arguing form. One that I'm still angry that you lost the video was when we were arguing. I don't know how. You remember how this conversation came up about the devil and God thing, where we were arguing about that?
Before we start that story, so Chris and I that night we decided not to go to the casino, but one of our deals always was, if Chris drives, because I didn't have a car for a long period of time.
The entire time you were in Washington.
Yeah. If Chris drives, I have to buy the meal. So I'm like, we're like driving through this. Chris's car, the reason that he didn't want to go to the casino that night is it had been acting up. The brakes, we thought, were going out on it to start off. He thought something was up with the engine or the brakes. And so keep in mind, when we do something, we try to do it to like the extreme. So we didn't go slowly into that fucking puddle. We barrel rolled into it, like, with this vehicle.
I do remember that.
This is after Chris had locked me out of his vehicle near a nutrition shop because I had to take a piss really bad, and rain was spiking down, hitting my dick. And so we end up leaving. And when you leave the nutrition shop, you can get, versus taking a right where this puddle was and just going right into the puddle, you can go straight into this puddle. I'm like, Chris, we need to do this. And he's like, no fucking way. I'm like, I'll buy you extra tacos at Jack in the Box or something is what I had said, because I had to buy anyways. So I'm like, I'm gonna get him to do it. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, like you can spend at least $20 on meals if we do this. He's like, you got it. And we go barreling in to, like he said, like at least 2 to 3 inches or 2 to 3 feet of like standing water, and just it's literally up to the door. And like we got fucking scared because there's with water you can hydroplane, and like when we went in there it almost felt like we became a submarine. Like it was like and we automatically slowed down. It was like all the pressure and water just came up on the windshield. Do you remember that? There was no visibility. It was just like boom.
I do
and
recall
all
that.
this shit's just all over, and I'm just like, I might have just fucked us. Like that's all I thought. I thought for sure we were gonna have to call like a towing company and be stuck there for an hour, and somehow we got through it though.
Yeah.
And then you were like, okay, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good. I'm like, no, it's fine. You got $20 of Taco Bell now. Like we're good.
Well, I think it was the Jack in the Box tacos. If you were convincing me at that time, because it was late. It was later at night, I believe.
Yeah.
You were like, yeah, I'll buy you more tacos.
Everything was shut down. The mall was shut down. It was like midnight. Easily, like we would always be up until like it felt like we were always up until like 3 or 4 a.m.
That still hasn't changed for me.
My mom was like always like, "You're coming home at 3 or 4?" I'm like, "Yeah."
That is.
And then I'd sleep until like noon.
That's my usual right now.
I was never adulting back then. Never.
I'm barely
Anyways.
adult as it is.
Yeah. So, anyways, since I started this this quarantine thing, by the way, not to get away from subject, even though we will, I've started doing. I've started looking more at TikToks. I've only made one video, and my handle, in case anybody wants to read it, is Minnesota Entourage on TikTok. More videos to come. You can see the craziness. Maybe again I will get Chris to run into a puddle one day that becomes a flotation device essentially for us.
In my new
I don't
car,
know.
it would be just flooding the car.
Yeah. You got a Kia Optima. That's the other thing. I bought a vehicle when we were gone. I refinanced my house, so that was nice. That's just a few things. But to get back on subject, so that was pretty much just craziness within the first 2 years of us. Since moving, I don't get to see you as much, but I think that our conversations always tend to sway towards a different level of crazy, I guess would be the thing.
Well, it's
pretty
super
much we've just always been, yeah. Hey, go on.
Okay, so with all of that super duper fun said and done, consider subscribing or giving a like if you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're back on this. We're back to pissing excellence, Chris. We are back on this. Every week, every Sunday, you will see an episode. If you don't see it, hit us up. My handles, I got Christoff Sonnenberg at Facebook, in case you don't know me and you want to add me. I'm sure a lot of our people right now are just our friends. But in case you want to add me, talk a little bit of craziness, I'm fine with texting you back, fine with commenting back. Christoff Sonnenberg on Facebook. Minnesota Entourage is another podcast I have that will be coming back once my my lady friend, who actually is a lady friend, it's completely platonic, has her child, which is not mine, by the way, just to bring that up so you know it's platonic. I will be back on that. Minnesota Entourage, as well as Snapchat handle something21, literally something21. That's my Snapchat, something21. And then TikTok, Minnesota Entourage again. Thank you for the viewership. Thank you for listening to the ways that Chris and I became friends. And I probably sound like a crack addict right now, and I'm fine with it. I love it. Okay, I need to go for another run. This quarantine life is fucking killing me, Chris. Okay? Say your closing words. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much all my handles are in the description below if you care to check them out. And we'll see you in the next one. And Christoph's will also be in the description below when he sends them to me.
Yes, next Monday. No, I just put them on there. Oh, phone number as well, 360-819-6800. Send me big dick pics.
You're probably gonna want to re-say that, buddy. You froze up.
I got a story to tell. Oh, I'm sorry. Send me big dick pics of black guys. I don't care. Anyways, I'm
gonna want to re-say your phone number.
Oh, 360-819-6800. So anyways, get at me. I will respond. I got a story now for episode 6 that Chris I ever told you. Pretty fucking funny, actually.
Okay. With all that said, we'll see you all in the next one.
Okay, love you. Bye, Chris. Love every one of you.
Love you too,
Bye.
buddy.
Yeah.